What's up guys and girls, welcome back to another edition of The Cocktail Guy, and a special edition as we are fast approaching St. Patrick's Day. So in today's video I thought I would share with you guys not one, not two, but three of my favourite Guinness cocktails. Now each of these three Guinness cocktails has something in common. There is something in here for everybody, be it a bubbles cocktail, be it a whiskey cocktail stirred down, kind of reminiscent of an old-fashioned, something a little bit savoury like a brunch time cocktail. As you can see, we've got some Marmite here that we're going to be incorporating into one of these drinks, and also some Chambord, so there's going to be a little bit of a berry element as well. They have of course all got Guinness in them, or rather a Guinness Reduction. So before we crack on with these three cocktails, the first thing we are going to need to do is make our Guinness Reduction, or our Guinness syrup. And what we're going to need to do in order to do that is take approximately half a can of Guinness. I used 150 millilitres. I added it to a pan over a medium heat and reduced it by 1/3. I weighed the remaining 2/3 just to make sure I had an accurate measurement, and I added equal parts of sugar, and then I mixed it to dissolve. And then what we end up with is this beautifully rich, treacle syrupy like Guinness Reduction, Guinness syrup, which we're going to be incorporating into each of these drinks. And that is it guys, that's the only preparation you need to make for these three cocktails. They are uber delicious. There's a savoury drink, there's a fruity drink, there's a stirred up, banging, packed full of flavour whiskey cocktail. There is something here for everybody. So, without further ado, let's get cracking. Okay guys, cocktail number one. So this one is a riff on the classic Black Velvet, which is a Guinness and champagne cocktail. This one though is suitable to be drunk any time of the day, as it has a savoury and a sweet element. In fact, it is a powerful hit on the senses. Somewhat umami. We've taken our Guinness Reduction that we've already pre-made here, and then we've added some Marmite to it, and we've done a Marmite and Guinness Reduction. Now here is some that I've already pre-made. All I have done is I have taken 25 millilitres, so just under an ounce of my Guinness Reduction, and in that I have added 1 gram of Marmite, and then I've just mixed it in until it's dissolved. And what we ended up with is this Marmite and Guinness syrup, as I said. So the first cocktail we're going to be making is a Marmite Black Velvet. We've got the Black Velvet ingredients, or the riff, because we're using Prosecco instead of champagne. We've got the Guinness Reduction, and we have the Marmite. So the first ingredient is 3/4 ounce of our Marmite and Guinness Reduction. And then all we're going to do is gradually mix in. I'm going to go with a Rosè Prosecco, just because, why not? Gradually pour it in. I'm going to do a 1/3 to 1/2 of a glass, and then I'm just going to mix it. Don't pour a whole glass in, otherwise you'll find that it will overflow. There we go. I'm going to repeat the same process. Just stir it. And then one final top up. And there we have it. And there guys is cocktail number one, our Marmite and Guinness Black Velvet. Oh, you. Okay guys, now for cocktail number two. So this one is also a flute style drink, and it also uses the Rosè Prosecco. What we're going to do, the first ingredient we're going to be adding again is our Guinness Reduction. Now I'm going to be adding in just 10 mils into this drink. So just under 1/2 ounce. And into that, oh look at these cute little bowls. And into that I'm going to be adding in 15 mils. So 1/2 ounce of Chambord. And then once again, topping up with our Prosecco. Not quite as volatile as the Marmite Black Velvet. Give it a bit of a mix. Okay guys, so there we have cocktail number 2, Guinness Reduction, Chambord and Rosè Prosecco. So now for cocktail number 3. Now I did say at the beginning of this video that we had something for everybody, and we've well and truly covered bubbles in the previous 2 cocktails. We have something that's savoury and umami-like and a brunch style representation of the original black velvet containing Marmite. And our second bubble cocktail, which obviously contains not only the Rosè Prosecco, the Guinness Reduction, but also a splash of Chambord as well. Cocktail number 3 is a stirred down whiskey cocktail, and it's going to feature Bushmills Black Bush. We're going to stir this down with our Guinness Reduction, a drop of maple syrup and some orange and licorice bitters. So, cocktail number 3. We're going to start with our Irish whiskey, and we're going to go with 60 mils or 2 ounces. And then I'm going to be adding in my Guinness Reduction, and I'm going to be adding in 5 mils of that, and then I'm also going to be adding in 5 mils of maple. There we go. So orange bitters. Now I've decanted my bitters into a Japanese dasher bottle, so I'm going to go with 5 dashes. There we go. Otherwise use 2 dashes if you've got the original orange bitters, and also some licorice bitters. And today's licorice bitters are Bob's. I'm going to go with 6 drops. There we go. Bit of a mix just to incorporate all those ingredients, and then we're going to add our ice to stir, to chill and dilute this cocktail. We're going to stir it for approximately 20 seconds. Give it a taste. Very nice. And then we're going to strain this over a block of ice or some cubes. I've already got my block here. Very nice. And then last but by no means least, a garnish. I'm just going to garnish this with an orange zest. Give that a bit of a trim. There we go. And then we're going to zest over the top of the drink, and as I've said before in so many videos, down the sides, the stem or the side of the glass, wherever you would pick the glass up from. Aroma is obviously super important in a cocktail, and when you pick the glass up you get those lovely orange oils on your fingers. So there we go, on top of the drink. And there we have our third cocktail containing Guinness, Irish whiskey, Bushmills Black Bush, some Guinness Reduction, maple, and some orange and some licorice bitters. Look at that. Looks delicious. Awesome. And there we have it, guys. Cocktail number 3. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Do let me know if you did by giving it a thumbs up. If you do have any comments, drop any questions below the video. If you haven't already done so, guys, please do subscribe to this channel. I do hope you enjoy making these drinks, and I do hope you enjoy St. Patrick's Day, whatever you guys get up to and whatever you guys make. Otherwise, guys, from me to you, until the next video, cheers, guys.